they're here. The best of his generation. The goal-scoring cyborg. The Vezina favorite. The presumptive Norris Trophy winner. Canadian teams, talent-rich and brimming with Stanley Cup possibility. Yet as nature and springtime hockey bloom in Technicolor, it's remarkable to consider that all these teams, or at least pivotal elements of them, virtually have been written off. On November 9th, after a loss to the bumbling Sharks, Canada's darlings were the NHL's worst team. Connor McDavid was goalless in 7. Leon Draisaitl was in a funk, which, on balance, was a better place to be than in the minors, like presumptive number 1 Jack Campbell. Now, after a coaching change, better defense against the rush, an unlikely 50-goal man, solid Stuart Skinner, and another grand McDavid season, the Oilers perch on the precipice of greatness.
The Edmonton Oilers are building a story.
The page has been turned for the Edmonton Oilers, and this is a cup contending team for me.
In Toronto, as the calendar flipped, Ilya Samsonov was on waivers. Any team could have plucked him out of the remainder bin, dusted him off, and shoved him into net. Unloved and unclaimed, Samsonov took a physical and mental reset down the road with the Marlies and returned to chisel a capable second half. Samsonov never left Toronto, and ultimately Toronto never left its starting goalie. The Jets actually were written off last summer in anticipation of roster-gutting trades. Then on the eve of the season, Connor Hellebuck and Mark Scheifele signed identical 7-year contract extensions. The Jets were in business, again reminding anyone who views their city with a rheumy eye that Winnipeg isn't Shawshank.
I believe we have such a great team here. We want to win a cup in Winnipeg, and there'd be nothing more special than doing that.
Maybe they weren't written off because the Canucks were barely written about at all. Then on opening night, a 2023 lottery team morphed into a lot of team, curb-stomping Edmonton 8-1.
There's so many great stories around the Canucks, it's hard to pick one.
The Canucks stormed through an impressive first 4 months, but then waltzed and wobbled into the playoffs. Thatcher Demko was injured. The dandy Elias Pettersson was inconsistent. After its first 100-point season since 2015, Vancouver is being written off based on recent form, a rash, if not foolhardy, judgment. The no-cup Canadian narrative is tired. These teams aren't. They are imperfect, yes, but marbled with greatness. And they are all linked by something more than an anthem in pink 50s. Hope.